This video is part 3 on how to do the head gasket and timing chain on Ford F-150 with the 3.7 and 3.5 liter engine. Installing 2 new studs that are missing on this head. Tighten them to 106 inch-pounds. Install the exhaust manifold gasket. Again, ensure the surface is clean before installing the cylinder head. Now for the passenger side gasket. This one has the letter L, but don't get confused. That L is not for left side of the car. Install the gasket, taking care not to touch its surface with oily or greasy fingers, as contamination can prevent the gasket from sealing properly. Install the cylinder head. Notice I am installing this head with the exhaust manifold already attached. This is because it's easier for me to install it on the head now rather than later. Torque the manifold nuts in 2 stages. First stage, 168 inch-pounds. Second stage, 18 feet-pounds. The same procedure applies for the driver's side. Install the camshaft position sensors. Tighten the retaining bolt to 89 inch-pounds, 10 millimeters. This procedure applies to both passenger and driver side camshaft position sensors. Now remove all components from the top of the cylinder head, because everything was only finger tight from the machine shop. Without the camshaft bearing caps and cams, we can see the lifters right there. I have to take them out to lubricate them with new engine oil. Let's coat the new head bolts with engine oil before installing them, but don't let them leak oil. If you install them dripping oil, that oil will go between the engine block, head gasket, and cylinder head, and the gasket won't seal properly. That is because the head bolts have not been tightened yet, and the oil can go through the mating surfaces very easily. You'll lose all the hard work you've done. Remember, you cannot reuse the old bolts since they're torqued to yield, so we use new head bolts. Alright, first mistake here. The head bolt has to be installed before the cam sensor, so now I have to remove the sensor to install the bolt. Thank God it's not a big deal. Now install the new head bolts by hand to ensure they thread in smoothly before torquing. Alright, the torque sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Torque the bolts in 5 stages. First stage, 177 inch-pounds. Sorry, this torque wrench doesn't click loud, but the torque is fine. Second stage, 26 foot-pounds. Third stage, 90 degrees. For the 90 degrees, you can mark the head of the bolts if you want to, but in my case, I don't do that because I know where to stop with the torque wrench. Fourth stage, another 90 degrees. Fifth stage, 45 degrees. And don't forget the small 8mm bolt at 89 inch-pounds. And this video was part 3. I'll see you guys in part 4. Thanks for watching.